Hi, welcome to Alwala's General Knowledge class. Today's our topic is fundamental rights. The most important topic, if you write any competitive examination, GK point of view, general studies point of view, very important topic is fundamental rights. If he wants to live any citizen or any person comfortably, that person must require some rights. They may be social rights, they may be fundamental rights. But fundamental rights are mentioned in our constitution. That's why we have to know what are fundamental rights we are enjoying. Fundamental rights are mentioned part 3 of our Indian constitution. Part 3 explained in our constitution about fundamental rights. From article 12 to 35, total 24 articles mentioned for fundamental rights in our constitution. During Britishers' time, we suffered a lot because they suppressed our rights, either fundamental right or social right. They did not give any rights to us. That's why we require. Suppose Britishers did not make any type of rights in their Magna Carta because they ruled so many countries. That's why they did not think about rights. But we think about rights. Whenever we struggle, we suffer, compulsory, we raise rights. That point of view, whenever we made our constitution at the time, we borrowed rights from America. Rights are borrowed from where? You remember, rights are borrowed from American Constitution. First country made constitution in the world and also first country made fundamental rights in the world is USA. They are calling Bill of Rights, we are calling fundamental rights. That is difference only, but first country made fundamental rights in the world is USA. We borrowed from USA and mentioned in our Indian Constitution. Rights are against government, favor to people, because these are positive character to public. Rights are positive character to public, negative character to government, because whenever people have rights, government responsibilities are increased. People have no rights, government responsibilities are less, government duties are very less. People whenever lose their rights, they can go to court. At the time government responsibilities are increased, because protecting of these rights point of view, they have to give compulsory some benefits to people of this country. That point of view, rights are positively to public, negatively to government. Next, we have to go to historical background. First time in our country, fundamental rights was raised by one foreign woman, one Irish lady. That person is Annie Besant. Annie Besant raised in 1895. In Constitutional Law Bill, she raised in 1895 in ANC meeting about fundamental rights. But first Indian is Balagangadhar Tilak raised. Same 1895. Balagangadhar Tilak. Who is the first Indian raised about fundamental rights? That person is Balagangadhar Tilak. After that, in 1918 and 1925, our Congress party conducted all party meeting conferences. These two meetings were presided by Mahatma Gandhi. In those meetings were conducted because of only getting fundamental rights. But in 1928, Nehru report was made by Motilal Nehru. In that report also mentioned fundamental rights. First time in written form mentioned fundamental rights in that report is Nehru report, 1928. Whenever we made Constituent Assembly in 1946, at the time one committee was also made for fundamental rights purpose. That committee chairman was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and subcommittee was also framed. That committee chairman was J.B. Kripalani. Main committee chairman Vallabhbhai Patel, subcommittee chairman J.B. Kripalani. Total 38 days discussed for our fundamental rights. Entire 3 years of making of our constitution, 38 days allotted for discussing about fundamental rights. After that, framed fundamental rights and implemented these fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are implemented through constitution. These are implemented automatically. Whenever constitution was implemented on January 26, 1950, same day fundamental rights were also implemented, not separately implemented. Next, nature of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights establish political democracy in the country. 3 types of democracy required: political democracy, economic democracy, social democracy. Economic democracy, social democracy are possible to get through directive principles, but political democracy, how is possible to establish? Through fundamental rights. Rights are justiciable. Fundamental rights are Justiciable. Whenever we lose, we can go to court, we can protect our fundamental rights. Directive principles are not justiciable, but fundamental rights point of view, any right we lose, we can go to court, we can protect our fundamental rights. That's why remember, rights are justiciable. Rights are not absolute. Rights are not absolute because some restrictions are imposed by the president during emergency period. Fundamental rights are not absolute. Rights are restricted by the president during emergency time. Except Article 20 and 21, remaining rights are possible to regulated by the President of India. The main source of rights is state. State means entire the country. Central government, state government, local bodies all are included in the state. That's why the main source of rights is state. Rights are not universal and not holy. Previously, one case point of Supreme Court had given judgment, fundamental rights are holy in Golakhan case point of view. But present situation, rights are not holy, rights are not universal. Just rights are temporary. Except Article 20 and 21, remaining rights are temporary, not permanent. President has power to suspend any of those rights except Article 20 and 21. That's why rights are temporary. Government is possible to show partiality on foreigners and armed forces people because some fundamental rights are not possible to enjoy foreigners and armed forces people. That's why partiality is shown on foreigners and armed forces people. These are some main important points about nature. Rights are also limited. It is not universal. Rights are limited. Rights are temporary. That's why these points remember about nature. Next, present what rights we have to discuss. Present we have 6 rights, but whenever constitution was made, implemented at the time 7 rights, but in 1978 through 44th Amendment Act, right to property was removed from fundamental rights. It is mentioned present Article 300A. Previously it was mentioned 31. Right to property is not our fundamental right. If government takes our property for public need or public welfare point of view, we can't protect our property. Just we ask only compensation. Government gives compensation only, but not possible to protect our property because we don't have right to property. Present people do not have right to property, right to complete education, right to strike and right to work. If you are not getting any work in our country, that is your responsibility, not government responsibility, because right to work is not our fundamental right. Right to complete education is not our fundamental right. Up to 14 years of primary education, that is government responsibility, but after 14 years, that is not government responsibility. Whether you study or not study, that is not government responsible. Right to strike is also not fundamental right, just it is social right. Right to strike is not our fundamental right. I want to do hunger strike, that is not possible to do. Police can arrest any time. That's why right to strike is not fundamental right. Right to property is also not our fundamental right because so many controversies were raised on this property, right to property. That's why right to property was removed in 1978 through 44th Amendment Act during Morarji Desai period. When Morarji Desai was Prime Minister of India, this right was removed from fundamental rights. Present we have the 6 rights: right to equality, right to liberty or freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, and right to constitutional remedies. If a person loses any of these 5 rights, that person can protect through this right. That's why it is called remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. First we have to know right to equality. Right to equality, total 5 articles explained about right to equality. Article 14, all the people are equal before the law except president, vice president, governors. We can't file any type of criminal cases on these 3 persons: president, vice president, governors. We can file civil case with prior notice. Any citizen or foreigner cannot file against president, vice president, governor. 3 persons are exempted under this Article 14. It is A.V. Dicey principle. Equal rule of law. It is borrowed from British Magna Carta. Article 15. The government should not discriminate any citizen against caste, religion, sect, gender, area, etc. But government can give some preferences to backward community, SC, ST people, these people point of view, women, children point of view, can give some special provisions, but should not discriminate them against caste, religion, sect, gender. Next, Article 16. The government should not discriminate any citizen against religion, sect, gender, area, race, and educational, employment and political issues point of view should not show any discrimination, but government can give reservations to SC, ST. Some other provisions are possible to give, but should not discriminate them against caste point of view, religion point of view. That is 16. 17. Untouchability is offence. Any form of untouchability is unconstitutional. That is mentioned Article 17. If anybody shows untouchability, that person is arrested definitely. Article 17 explains untouchability, very important article in our constitution, that is 17. 18. The state should not give titles like Raja Bahadur, Rao Bahadur, sir. These type of titles before independence were given. Nizam state had given Raja Bahadur, Rao Bahadur titles. Britishers had given sir titles. Those are not allowed now in our country. Except educational and defense titles are possible to give. Remaining titles should not give. A person completed PhD on particular subject, that person can write before his name doctor. A person gets honorary degree from any university, that person can write before his name doctor. A person is working as a major Indian army, the person can write before his name major. Except these facilities, remaining titles should not use. Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, these are not titles. These are only awards. Some people are using previously, but Supreme Court had given order in 1997. Anybody should not use before their names Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri. Under Article 18, another point also what you remember, if any Indian gets foreign country gift or foreign country's honor, prize, award, anything, but without our president's permission, should not take that honor. Next, right to liberty or freedom, Article 19 to 22. What explains Article 19 to 22? We have to understand compulsory. 19 explains 6 types of liberties. Previously 7, but present 6 types of liberties are explained in Article 19. Right to freedom of speech and expression, including internal press freedom also mentioned here. Right to assemble anywhere without arms, except some restricted areas, not possible to arrange meeting. Today is curfew is going on, I want to arrange one meeting, that is not possible. Right to assemble without arms anywhere, but some restrictions are there. Right to make unions or cooperative societies, but some restrictions are there here also. Defense people, police, these people should not make unions. They can establish welfare associations, but they should not make unions. Next, another freedom is right to move anywhere except some restricted areas. That is common anywhere, some exemptions are there in our constitution. Right to settle anywhere, including now Jammu Kashmir also. Some scheduled areas not possible to purchase property. Remaining areas we can purchase, we can settle there. Jammu Kashmir previously have separate citizenship, that's why not possible. But whenever Article 370 was banned in our country, then Jammu Kashmir is also, whatever we have rights, same right Jammu Kashmir people. They don't have right to property now. Previously Jammu Kashmir have own constitution, at the time they have right to property. But that is also now follow compulsory Indian constitution. That's why we can settle in Jammu Kashmir also, no problem. Now we can settle. Some northeastern states we not possible to purchase land. Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, these areas not possible to purchase because those are scheduled areas. Next, try to take any profession that is mentioned under Article 19. Number 1 is right to freedom of speech expression, right to assemble anywhere without arms, right to make unions or cooperative societies, right to move anywhere, right to settle anywhere, right to take any profession. You can do any business, no problem. That is not, government has no power to restrict you. Next, Article 20, what explains 3 types of liberties are given. A person must be punished according to law. Whatever law is mentioned, whatever law says, that is only follow judges. That's why a person must be punished according to law. And second one is no double jeopardy. No double jeopardy means a person should not be punished more than once on same offense. That is mentioned under Article 20. And third point is no self-incrimination. It means simply self-witness is not valid. Suppose if I go to court, my witness is not valid on my issue point of view. That's why no self-incrimination is not possible. No self-incrimination, no double jeopardy, no ex post facto law. It means a person must be punished according to law. That is legally called no ex post facto law. Article 21 is right to live. No person shall be deprived any other person's personal liberty or freedom except the procedure established by law. Except the procedure established by law. That concept is borrowed from Japan Constitution, the procedure established by law. Because we have no right to suppress, no right to deprive other person's personal liberty or freedom. That is right to live. Right to primary education is also part of Article 21. Maneka Gandhi case point of view, so many rights, living rights are mentioned under Article 21. That is right to primary education also. In 2002, through 86th Amendment Act, 21A article was created. That is what? The government must give compulsory free primary education between 6 and 14 year children. That is government responsibility. Below 6 is not government responsibility. After 14 is not government responsibility. Between 6 and 14 children, complete primary education is government responsibility. That is mentioned Article 21A. It is also part of Article 21, living right. 22. A person who is arrested without arrest warrant, that person must be produced before the nearest magistrate within 24 hours. Otherwise, that person can go to court and protect that person's liberty through habeas corpus. Whenever we lose these rights, we can go to court through Article 32. Court issues habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means to have produced the body. Next, right against exploitation. Article 23 and 24 mentioned right against exploitation. Article 23 says what? Prohibition of human trafficking, forced labor and forced prostitution, these are banned. Article 24, children below 14 years should not work anywhere in the country. Previously, hazardous industries and mines, but whenever 2002, 86th Amendment was done, at the time, children compulsory go to school up to 14 years of age. Next, right to freedom of religion from Article 25 to 28. 25 what says? A person can promote or canvass or follow any religion or number of religions, no restrictions. Government has no official religion. Our country is a secular state. That's why government should not interfere public religious matters. People can enjoy their religious right through this Article 25. 26. A person can establish religious institutions or charity institutions like that. That is mentioned in Article 26. 27. Government should not impose any type of religious tax. Religious tax is not allowed because during Mughals period, during Delhi Sultan's period, Sultans and Mughals imposed jizya tax on non-Muslims. Non-Muslim people faced jizya tax during that period. But present, any type of religious tax is not allowed. 28 is what explained? That is, religious teachings are not allowed. 28 what says? Religious teachings are not allowed in government schools, colleges, government supported aided institutions, colleges, not allowed religious teachings. A private institution is possible to explain about religion, but government institutions, government aided institutions should not teach religious concepts. That is mentioned in 28. Article 29 explains a citizen can protect his language, his culture, his script, etc. It is only Indians are eligible. Article 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. These 5 articles Indians can only enjoy. Foreigners are not possible to enjoy. They have no power to enjoy this Article 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. Indians can only enjoy 5 articles. Foreigners cannot enjoy. That's why 29 is not applicable to foreigners. Only Indians can protect his language. A Pakistani citizen wants to protect his language is not possible. American citizen wants to protect his culture here, not possible. Only Indians can protect his own culture, language, script, etc. That is under Article 19. And Article 30 is specially mentioned for minorities in our constitution. What this minorities can establish their own educational institutions because major population is Hindu population in our country. Whenever minorities may get or may not get chance of this much of Hindu population, that point of view constitution explained about Article 30 for minorities. Minorities can establish their own education institutions and they can give compulsory 50% of seats to minorities. Later court has given judgment. Last one, right to constitutional remedies. Article 32. Whenever we lose any of these 5 rights, we can go to court, we can protect through this right. That's why this right is called heart and soul of the constitution according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Right to constitutional remedies. Article 32. Supreme Court can issue 5 types of writs according to Article 32. High Court can issue 5 types of writs according to Article 226. Two courts can issue writs. We can protect our fundamental right through two courts, Supreme Court and High Court. But fundamental rights controversies are solved by Supreme Court only. High Court has no power to solve controversies on fundamental rights. Only Supreme Court has power to solve controversies on fundamental rights. But rights are protected by two courts. We can protect it through two courts. They are Supreme Court and High Court. Writs are 5 types. Number 1, habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, and quo warranto. These 5 types of writs are issued by Supreme Court and High Court because it is very important right. Whenever we lose rights, we have compulsory remedies required. That's why that remedy is called right to constitutional remedy. Through this right, we can protect. That's why rights are justiciable. I told you in nature, rights are justiciable. The reason is, any of these rights we lose, we can go to court, we can protect. That's why this right is heart and soul of the constitution. Some controversies were created after constitution implemented. Golaknath case was filed in 1967 against Punjab state government. In this case, Supreme Court has given judgment. The judgment is fundamental rights are holy. That's why Parliament has no power to amend fundamental rights according to Supreme Court judgment. Then after that, Keshavananda Bharati case against Kerala state government in 1973, Supreme Court had given judgment. Rights are not holy. Rights are also part of the constitution. Other parts, how much importance is there? Same rights also same thing like this. Parliament has power to amend not only fundamental rights but also any part of the Indian constitution, but Parliament has no power to change the basic structure of the constitution. That is mentioned in Keshavananda Bharati case by Supreme Court. Supreme Court verdict is Parliament has power to amend not only fundamental rights but also any part of the constitution, but Parliament has no power to change the basic structure. Whatever made constitution in 1950, that basic structure should not change. Nobody has power to change the basic structure. Supreme Court has no power to making laws. Supreme Court can protect laws only. Controversies are solved only. Parliament has power to make laws in our country. That point also remember. These two cases you must concentrate, Keshavananda Bharati case and Golaknath case. These are main important points about fundamental rights. Thank you.